Hey everybody, it's Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset, Ava Cherie. How you doing during this quarantine? I know you're going crazy, losing your wig. Hopefully not so much, but just wanted to come and do a Food for Your Soul vlog. I haven't done many quotes. Nothing has dropped in my spirit other than the fact that I, roam around on the social media platforms just like the rest of you guys. And some things I notice. And I guess this topic for this vlog will be about responsibility, social responsibility. I'll start with first. The other day I posted something in regards to being mindful of what you post during this period. And it also has to go along with mental health. Sometimes when we're obstructed from everything that we know, we're out of our comfort zone and we're just living in a state of uncertainty and fear. We forget what we should be certain of. Instead, we get to wilding out. The things that we try to keep hidden start to pour out of us. Some things are funny. A lot of things are funny. Some things are humorous in regards to people uploading their skills, their talents, and their abilities. But some things you have to be mindful that you'll have to recall one day. You'll have to stand accountable for. And we want to make sure that along with this pandemic, this COVID-19, this year of 2020, we don't want to sit down in 2025 talking to our teenagers or grandchildren and explaining to them while we was doing the most obscene things during this pandemic, but we want to show them how we fight through things of uncertainty, fight through fear, fight through things that we can't even fathom happening in this lifetime because they're living through it with us. And along with them being social media babies, we're not teaching them the social boundaries. We're teaching them that anything goes, and it's already bad enough what they see on social media at their age. So I just think that I'm not judging anyone. It's just some things we need to pull up our people. If you're a friend to somebody, you need to call them up and be like, yo, not that ain't it. It's okay. If a person pulls you up or calls you on some things, it's a good thing. They love you. They are concerned about your welfare. Some things look a little suspect, and I wonder if people realize what a nervous breakdown looks like. I also wonder if people know what mental health looks like. And a lot of people really have been locked in and having to face a lot of demons. It goes beyond a laugh. It goes beyond a joke. They really are battling some things that they had time to consume with work. They were going out, they were hosting parties. They didn't have to subject themselves to dealing with themselves and looking at the man and the spirits in the mirror. But now they sitting at home wilding, and it's a lot of domestic abuse cases that's gonna come out of this. It's a lot of addictions. People slid back into addiction. So I go beyond what I see when I see anything. I'm not always serious. I'm actually very silly, but at the same time, I'm very wise, and we all have the ability to see beyond what the eye can see. And sometimes we just don't want to because we don't want to deal with it or call it out. But it's not just us this time. The whole world is locked in. It's not just us watching ourselves or our peers. It's our babies watching how we react to these things and how we conduct ourselves. So be mindful. Be like, friend, you got to pull that up. You got to take that off. You got to shut that down. You're doing too much. Teach somebody something new. Teach them how to create something for themselves, a space for themselves, a healthy space. See what it is that they like to do that they thought was impossible during these times. Things that they want to implement, things that people want to create. Be a support. Sometimes you got to sit in silence. Sometimes you need to read. Sometimes you need to sing and dance, whatever it is. But not everything is to be uploaded. Good Lord. The people that got to work from home, you can't even work from home because the internet is so overloaded with stupid stuff. So anyway, that's my little thought and my little rant about the post that I made yesterday in regards to everything ain't for social media, and that we'll be held accountable one day. Someone somewhere is going to ask you, what the hell was you thinking? And you got to be ready, prepared with an answer. The truth. This stuff sticks around for years. So that's what I wanted to say about that. The other thing I posted was about just taking time to realign yourselves and look at what's a priority, what's not. Nurture the things that nurture you. What makes you feel good, what makes you look good, and the things that make you want to step correct and just attain the goals that you already had written down. What things nurture you? Pour back into them things. Focus on those things. Don't focus on the here and now of if I go out the door and be sick, or if this happens, this is going to happen. If this happens, that's going to happen. We already see what could happen, but the severity of it is what we carry around on our backs and our minds. So we have to just kind of place that to the side and just be able to appreciate what we do have, appreciate the good days, that you're not displaced. appreciate the fact that you are working from home, because there could be a day in time that you didn't even have a job to work from home. So you have to learn how to just appreciate and bring it all full circle. Enjoy your family, the ones that you have around you in your immediate social distancing cipher, and the ones that you can't reach, make sure that you're reaching out to each and every one. And a prayer extends beyond a text. A prayer extends beyond a phone call. A prayer is sent straight up to heaven, to God's ears, for God to deal with, for God to bless us. So release those prayers to people. Release them, even if they act like they don't want to be bothered. Release it, because just give what you want to return. Another thing, responsibility, prioritizing. So business owners and entrepreneurs, I faced something the other day that I was pissed about. Late last night, I got a notification through an email that someone was reaching out to me from DC to come speak. And I immediately thought, like, okay, what's the hard part in that? Like, the contact information is there. I've been branding myself for over a year now. They were so thoughtful enough to tell me that my website was down. So I know a lot of entrepreneurs on here. I know a lot of people follow me. I know a lot of people that I talk to that are starting their business. And we're not always blessed right now to have assistance. But you can seek assistance. You can have somebody to, critique your business ethics, critique your websites, critique everything that you're doing. Just a little bit of constructive feedback here and there goes a long way. However, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking my website was up, and it wasn't. And I went to my website, like this person had mentioned to me, which is the first professional point of contact and reference when you're getting hired. That's what they look for. They look at how your website flows, if it's in capturing what it is that you really do, if you have feedback, if you have reviews, if you have all these good juicy things on your website, and it's a consistent flow, and the cosmetics of it looks very good, not just thrown together, So I'm so focused on all that being done, because that takes a long time for all of us who knows how long it takes to do a website from scratch. So I go to my website, and the person that was hosting my website, one of my, I ain't gonna say that. Let me see. The host for my website did not renew the hosting for the mentees that they allowed to be hosted on their server. And that's a good way to put it. So now when you go to avacherie.me, it was just coming up as if the domain was not renewed. It's almost expired. So I had to go and I had to create a new website. For the last 24 hours, I had to embed code, blah, 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 blah. And everybody knows how long that can be and how tedious that could be. I had to make sure my website was secure. When you go on, you can go on plenty of websites and see that it's in the corner, it's either secured or not secured. Most people won't do business on the ones that's not secured. So I wanted to come and give nuggets about different things that we don't know why people are being held up, why they're not saying anything on social media, why they're looking like their work is dormant, like nothing's moving. It's because behind the scenes, when you are a machine, when you have different facets going on, you have to multitask to levels that people don't understand, nor do you have the time to break down to everybody. And that's what I was doing. And it took me a long time to grab and capture what I needed to reinvent a very beautiful website that was already previously done, that I spent days on. And the bad part is I didn't have any of that information. So I was starting with the skeleton. But thank God I am the writer. Thank God that I am the person who actually composes all of my business websites, because I was able to retain a lot of things, and I was also able to go and retrieve it on my computer. So I just wanted to come and give that nugget to always check on your stuff. Don't rely on someone else to do the work that you need to do to oversee your vision, to oversee what it is that you want manifested. You always got to be the gardener. You got to go in there and you got to make sure the weeds are cut. You got to go in there and water it. You got to make sure it's tweaked and fine-tuned at all times. Doing a pit stop once a week, twice a month. Make sure it's on your radar, just like you're cashing your check, just like you're checking your direct deposit for the stimulus. You got to go check your website. You got to make sure your buy button and your cart button operates and it links to the proper commerce source. You got to make sure all these things are intact. I have to go back on all of the social media platforms and all of the book platforms to make sure when you guys go buy my books, that when you click on it, it's actually a page that you're supposed to be at. An external page pops up and give you the options, not just a blank screen or it's still winding, the little thing is still timing out and you can't get to one point to the other. That's not what we need. So this little nugget is just for the beautiful business owners that I do know, to make sure you fine tune in this time. Make sure you prioritize and take responsibility of your businesses. Make sure your business practices are polished at all times, so you don't find yourself like me missing an opportunity to go speak because I didn't appear to be professional enough to have my website in a functioning, capable manner to express who I am. Okay, so the people were really nice who hosted me. It has nothing to do with that. It's just business. It probably was an oversight on their behalf, but because I trust them, we all error. We all have oversights. Sometimes it's the changing of billing, also the changing of cards for payment. Sometimes when you remove one payment and forgot to upload the other one, you forget to renew your other subscriptions. So you just have to make sure all your data and paperwork is together. And for me, I should have did that. It just ended March 21st. And in that time frame, I applied for multiple speaking gigs. And because I didn't know that my website was inaccessible since March 21st, I missed an opportunity. So those are the ups, those are the downs. You get it together. You don't blame. You get up. You figure out what it is that you need to do. Hopefully you're informed to know what to do. Hopefully you can bounce back without having to contract nobody else, because the first thing in business is know your own business first before you hire somebody to do your business, because they're going to do your business and some people might come along and take your business. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have. Until next time, until God gives me some words for you, stay safe, stay clean. Okay, don't be running out the door when they say the thing is lifted, because I ain't going nowhere. I told you that last week. I'm not going out this house fooling with these people in these nail salons, these hair salons, these grocery stores, these malls, and these restaurants. We are the restaurants. We are the manicurists. We are the hairstylists, and we are the barbers. Okay, that's what it is. You have the power and authority to put out everything that you need, and you already possess it. You need to put it into motion and stop being spoiled. So until next time, God's love to you, God's peace to you, perfect health to you, restoration to you, and I will be back. I'm Ava Cherie.